I learned a rhythm from this Western society, you probably did too, that was completely dysfunctional for me and not maintainable. And therefore, I wasn't able to really access my creativity, my creative flow, and my innate intrinsic genius, the genius that you have, the genius that I have, that was very much blocked off. And it's only starting to open more and more for me now as I tune into what my organic rhythm actually feels like. So I want to share some tips that can hopefully help you to check in with this. What I would notice is that I could sustain a certain rhythm for a day or two. You know, this type A rhythm, which is the common one, go, 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 firing on all cylinders in Western society. I could sustain that for a bit, but my actual creativity comes from this deep renewing, this deep internalized insight cultivating process of yin. And that actually a part of my organic rhythm is this deep renewing yin and bringing that more and more into my life. Not by accident, not only once I'm burnt out, but as a rhythmic process of my own being every few days, or when it's really starting to feel like, oh, this is needed now, before you get burnt out. So that's something that I've learned from me, especially because the work that I do involves insight, involves intuition, involves wisdom and creativity, and seeing things from new perspectives and sharing new ideas. So the question I have for you is the rhythm that you've been operating in really functioning at its best to help you to get into flow and to help you to access your creativity and your genius? Really think about that, but also feel that. And sometimes we can forget, right? Like we might have had these spurts where we got super into our creativity, into our flow, and then we forget what it was like and what our rhythm was that actually helped us get there. And then we just try, we get a new rhythm. We have new people around us, maybe new relationships, and we try and just sync up with them, but it just doesn't work. And it doesn't work because it's not you. So this is the main big idea I wanted to give to you, is that every person has their own unique individualistic rhythm of how they take actions, at what frequency, how much recharge time they need, how do they balance their flow, their output, and then their input. How much reading are you doing? How much writing are you doing? You could think of it in so many different ways. Balancing what you're taking in and stewing on, your reflection time. All of that melts into and folds into your organic rhythm. And what I found for me is the more I tune into that, the more I align to the rhythm that is really unique to me, that I couldn't really copy and paste from anybody else, the better I feel. And the more creative the output is that comes from me, the more aligned and authentic it feels too. Because essentially you're just living authentic to what feels good to you. Your own vibe, your own rhythm, your own flow. So this is the big tip I wanted to share with you. Really check in. Let me know below if you're getting some insight right now on basically if you've been overworking or if you've been under replenishing, or if maybe you haven't been putting as much out, as much creativity, as much output, and maybe that's a part of your rhythm that's been omitted.